गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन ब्रज जनरंजन यमुना तीरा राधा माधव गोपी जनवल्लभा गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 जम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र शताब्दी शरणारविंद वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। जम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य श्रोत्र शत श्रीमद् भक्त सिद्धांत सरस्वती ठाकुर गोस्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। जय जय श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की जय। ब्रजभूमि वृंदावन धाम की जय। मथुरा द्वारिका धाम की जय। क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। अद्वीप मायापुर मुना मैया की जय। गंगा मैया की जय। भक्ति देवी की जय। तुलसी महारानी की जय। नरसिंह चतुर्थी की चतुर्दशी की नरसिंह आविर्भाव तिथि महामहोत्सव। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। सेवन ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासा ततो जयमुदीरये। उग्रपे अनुग्रहीवायं भक्तानां नृकेसरी केसरी वस्वपोतानां Annesham ugra vikramaha Agreto narasimhasya Rishte gopi nandanaha Ubhayo parshvayo rasta Sasharo Rama Lakshmano. So, we'll continue with the glories of Prahalāda Maharaj and his wonderful teachings. 7th canto, 5th chapter, text number 32. Yesterday we have discussed how Prahalāda Maharaj is explaining about the precarious condition of the living entity who is materially too attached for sense gratification. For him, it's difficult to make any tangible spiritual advancement. And he says that Andha yatande rupagiyamanas teshu. The person who is blind himself for the sense gratification, he can't lead others on the path of renunciation. He says that Tepisha tantra urudamni bhaktaha, because that person is totally entangled and got shackled because of his material attachments. And whom he is telling all these things? To his own father. And who is his father? The great demoniac personality who does not have any faith in the scripture or neither in the Lord. Then again further he says, Naisham matirstavat urukramangrim sprashatya anartha pagamo yad arthaha mahiyasam padarajobhishekam nishkinchanam na vrinita yavat. Now he is telling his father the real essence of devotional service. Mahiyasam pada rajo abhishekam. Unless and until one gets smeared with the water or the dust of the lotus feet of Mahiyasam. Mahiyasam means the people who has taken shelter at the lotus feet of the Lord. Unless and until one bathe himself by the dust of lotus feet of devotees, Nishkinchananam navranita yavat. He will not get rid of this material world. And especially those who Naisham matis yavat urukramam. The people who does not have their mind attached to the lotus feet of their Lordship. Unless they smear upon their bodies the dust of the lotus feet of Vaishnava, completely freed from a material contamination, persons very much inclined toward the materialistic life cannot be attached to the lotus feet of the Lord, who is glorified from his uncommon activities. Urukrama. Urukrama means the person who is famous for performing uncommon activities. Unless and until one gets attached to the glorification of their lordships, uncommon activities, and take shelter at his lotus feet, it's very difficult to get rid of entanglement of material nature. Whom he should take shelter of? Nishkinchanana. Nishkinchana. The word Nishkinchana has a very wonderful meaning. Kinchana means something, or kinchana. And Nishkinchana means nothing, absolutely nothing. Of what? This material world. So the pure devotee of their Lordship, they does not have any attachment for anything in this material world. And that's why they are known as a Nishkinchana. And the only way to understand their Lordship or to get rid of this material world is to take shelter at the lotus feet of spiritual master. As we are studying in the second canto, 6th, 7th and 8th chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, what it speaks about? It speaks about taking shelter at the lotus feet of God's devotees. Unless and until one takes the shelter at their lotus feet, he will be not able to understand the knowledge about them. And Shukadeva Goswami himself, he says, Srimad Bhagavatam is nothing but science of God. And this whole canto, 7th canto, entitled as the science of God. How things are related in Srimad Bhagavatam, we can understand. There, Brahmaji is explaining the whole creation part to Devarshi Narada. And here, one of the disciples of Devarshi Narada is explaining the glories about devotional service to the Lord, and the means and the process by which one can get rid of the material world. His spiritual master got instruction from his spiritual master about the nature of material world. And here, the great grand disciple of Brahmaji, Prahalad Maharaj, and disciple of Naraji, he is explaining to his own father about the method by which one can get rid of this material world. And Prabhupada gives emphasis on one particular thing, and he says that unless and until one takes shelter of the pure devotee who is in disciplic succession, it's not possible to understand the Lord. As we have discussed in second canto, it is said that it's very difficult to understand Lord's pastime. Nihito Guhaya. They are very secret. And to understand them, that's not the cup of tea of each and every person. Becoming Krishna conscious brings about anartha apagamaha. Apagamaha means goes away. Gama gacchati. Which goes. What? Anarthas. How to understand that we are performing devotional service? In the first line, Prabhupada says that becoming Krishna conscious brings about anartha apagama. If someone develops Krishna consciousness, means all anarthas from his heart goes away. He gets rid of that, or disappearance of all anarthas. The miserable conditions we have unnecessarily accepted. These are known as anarthas. And what are these miserable conditions? Our own false identification that we claim. I'm this, I'm that. What happens with that identification? Nobody cares. On the face, they may glorify you. Oh, she's a Prabhuji has come, he was president. He is president. But what happens sometimes? Since yesterday we are getting messages. Huh? Because this world is like that. The material body is the basic. The material body is the basic principle of this unwanted, miserable condition. See, Prabhupada, how clearly has defined this material body. The basic principle of this unwanted, miserable conditions. As Maharaj Kulashekar says, idam shariram parinamapesham patati avasham shakasandhi sharjam. This body is nothing but the result of whatever activities, desirable, undesirable, we have done. It's the result of that. And bhavati patati avasham, and it will fall down. So we are in the world where person only tend to fall down. But when we accept spiritual life or the process of devotional service, then it is like a utsava which takes you out of this miserable condition of life. The entire Vedic civilization is meant to relieve one from these unwanted miseries. But a persons bound by the laws of nature do not know the destination of life. As described in the previous verse, Ishat Tantram Urudamni Baddhaha. They are conditioned by the three strong modes of material nature. The education that keeps the conditioned soul bound life after life, called materialistic education. Does anybody remember what Bhaktivinoda Thakur says about material education? He said, Jada Vidya Jata Mayara Vaibhava Jivera Banai Kadha, makes donkey. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has explained that materialistic education expands the influence of Maya. Such an education imbues the conditioned soul to increasingly attracted to materialistic life and to stray further and further away from liberation from unwanted miseries. One may ask why highly educated persons do not take to Krishna consciousness. That means to become highly educated is a disqualification to become a devotee. The reason explained in this verse. Unless one takes shelter of bona fide, fully Krishna conscious spiritual master, there is no chance of understanding Krishna. The educators, scholars, and big political leaders worshipped by millions of people cannot understand the goal of life and take to Krishna consciousness. For they have not accepted a bona fide spiritual master and the Vedas. Therefore, the Mandukya 3:3, it is said, Nayam Atma Pravachanena Labhyo Namedhya Na Bahuna Shrutena. One cannot become self-realized simply by having an academic education, by presenting lectures in the erudite way, Pravachanena Labhya, or being an intelligent scientist who discovers many wonderful things. One cannot understand Krishna unless one is graced by the Supreme Personality of a Godhead. Only one who has surrendered to the pure devotee of Krishna and taken the dust of his lotus feet can understand Krishna. First, one must understand how to get out of the clutches of Maya. The only means to become Krishna conscious and to become Krishna conscious very easily, one must take shelter of realized soul. A Mahat or a Mahatma. Whose only interest is to engage in the service of the Supreme Lord. As the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, 9th chapter, 13th verse, Mahatmanastu mam partha devim prakritimashritah bhajantyananya-manaso jnatva bhutadim-avyayam. O son of Pratha, those who are not deluded, the great souls, are under the protection of divine nature. They are fully engaged in devotional service because they know me as the Supreme Personality of a Godhead, original and inexhaustible. Therefore, to end the unwanted miseries of life, one must become a devotee. Yasyasti bhaktir bhagavatya kinchana sarve gunai satra samasate sura. See, again that word akinchana has come here. Nishkinchanasya na vranita yavat. Unless and until you take shelter of nishkinchana, and here it says yasyastir bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. Meaning is that unless and until you leave the attachment for this material world and the things that keeps you bound, it's difficult to progress in devotional service. Nishkinchana akinchana. And yasyasti bhaktir bhagavati akinchana. One who has unflinching devotional faith in Krishna consistently manifests all good qualities of Krishna and the demigods. Yasya deve para bhaktir yatha deve tatha gurau tasyaite kathitaya arthaha prakashante mahatmanah. Only unto those great souls who have implicit faith in both the Lord and the spiritual master are all the imports of Vedic knowledge automatically revealed. See, for this verse, actually there is a wonderful story in our Vedic literature. Aruni, one of the disciples of the Gautama Rishi, he approached his spiritual master. He said, I would like to learn the Vedas from you. He said, okay, no problem, you can learn. But before that, you have to do one thing. He said, what? Take this 100 cows and one bull. And when they become 1,000, you come back. Then I will teach you. If that condition is applied today, you will get initiation. Take these 10 cows, make them 100 and come back. How many will be ready to do that? No one. They will say bye-bye. No need of your initiation. We will get liberated ourselves. But Aruni, he took that instruction. And he went to follow. Guru is considered more benevolent than the parents, than the mother and father. Why? Because parents, they are the cause of this material body. They give this material birth to us. And Guru, what he does? He gives us a spiritual birth. He gives us a solution by which we can get rid of this material. So being benevolent spiritual master and taking care of his disciple, he went to the forest, Gautama Rishi, to see where is Aruni. And he saw that. He's looking quite happy. He said, how do you do? He said, quite good. By your mercy, I'm taking care of this cow. Whenever they get up, I get up with them. Whenever they walk, I walk with them. Whenever they sit, I sit with them. Whenever they sleep, I sleep with them. They said, what do you eat actually? Nothing, I drink some milk from these cows. Whenever calves, they are enough with the milk, then whatever remaining milk is there, that I drink. And Gautam Rishi said, hey Baba, you should not do this. You know, these calves, they are too attached to you because you are taking nice care of them. So they are not drinking the full milk. They are keeping something for you. And we have let this cow goes in the pasture land so that all these calves, they can grow nicely. And if you drink that milk, then how they will grow? He said, okay, I will not drink. Then after a few days again, Gautam Rishi, he saw, still this guy is sturdy, healthy. He said, what do you do now? He said, when the calves, they have enough of milk, and when their stomach gets full, what happens? Sometimes that foam comes on their face, that milk foam. I take that one. And again Gautam Rishi said, why do you do that? You know this, you are taking such a wonderful care of them. So purposefully they are keeping that milk on their face so that you can have it. Don't do that. I said, okay, Gurudev, I will not. So he continued. After a few days again, Gautam Rishi came and he saw what's happening. He was still healthy, stout, more energetic. He said, how this happening? How you are surviving? I said, nothing. After taking care of these cows and calves, I'm going to the village, getting the madhukari done. Whatever I get, I eat that one. Then he said, Brahmachari Gurukule Vasantanto Guru. You stay at Brahmachari Ashram at Gurukul for what? Guru or Hitam, for the benefit of spiritual master. So whatever you get as a madhukari, you give it to me. Then this boy has to do double duty. He has to take care of cows, he has to go and get madhukari and deliver it at ashram and again come back and take care of cows. So he used to bring some madhukari, give it to spiritual master, but spiritual master never offered him anything. He said, okay, that's good. Now you go and take care of cows. If that happens with us, then how many will stay in temple? Enough. They will put off blame on us. They are starving us. They are trying to kill us. Huh? Not giving prasadam, this, that. But Aruni, he accepted that. And he went back again to the church. So after a few days, again, Gautam Rishi came. And he saw there are healthy, strong, stout cows and bulls are there. And almost there are 1,000 now. But he was not able to see his dear disciple. So he's looking here and there and he was calling out his name. Aruni, where are you, Aruni? And all of a sudden he heard Aruni's voice from some distant place. She went there. He saw there is one dark well. And from that well, that sound is coming. So he said, what happened, Aruni? He said, nothing, spiritual master. I don't know what I ate because while taking care of cows, because of a lot of hunger, what I did, I ate some leaves and I don't know which was that. They may be the poisonous and I lost my eyesight and I fell down in this well. Oh. Immediately Gautam Rishi, he invoked Ashwini Kumaras, the doctors of Devatas. They came, they said, yes, how we can assist you. That's the quality of real spiritual master. Even demigods, they come immediately to render service to him. And Gautam Rishi said, one of my disciples has fallen down here and he has lost his eyesight. So do the needful and bring back his eyesight. They said, okay, immediately. These are Ashwini Kumaras. Immediately they collected few herbs, prepared one malpuha, and they gave it to Aruni. Better take this. Aruni said, what is this? And they gave it in his hand. He touched and he said, it's malpuha. Yeah, it's for you. You have it, you will get your eyesight back. Then immediately he raised his hands and he offered it to his spiritual master. He said, this is what I got it as a Madhukari today from demigods. Please accept it. By seeing that, Gautam Rishi's heart got melted. He said, okay, I have accepted it just by glance. So now it is prasad, take it. And he had that. As soon as everything gone inside the belly, immediately he got the eyesight. Then he came up the well, out of the well. He was standing and he was looking, staring at this guy without blinking his eyelids. Gautam Rishi said, what are you looking actually? What's there? He said, I'm seeing all the beautiful personalities. There are some men, there are some women. They are so beautiful. But I'm wondering that why they are quarreling. He said, what? Yeah. Who are they? What their names? They are calling each other like Shrutis, Smritis, Puranas, Vedas. And why they are quarreling about? They are having competition that who wants to enter first in my body. He said, what? So what is your desire? Then he said, if you wish, let all of them come together in my body. This is how the whole Vedic import, the whole Vedic text that got revealed to Aruni. How? By? Mercy. Yasya deve para bhaktir yata deve tatha guru tasyaite kathita hi artaha prakashante mahatmana. That's why one should take shelter of spiritual master. Because yasya deve para bhakti, they have that para bhakti, the ultimate devotion for the Lord. And if they say, the whole Vedic import will get revealed in your heart. And who is? Further again it said, Yam evaisya vrinate tena labhyas tasya atma vibrinate tanusvam. The Lord is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person he manifests his own form. Are you getting it? What it is written? What it says? Then, how careful we should be while dealing with the Vaishnavas. Because they are chosen by the Lord. The Lord is obtained only by one whom he himself chooses. To such a person he manifests his own form. And the foolish fellows, they think, show me your God. Is it your father's slave or what? That he will come and stand in front of you. If he decides and he desires, then he will reveal to you. Otherwise, he may be in front of you, but you will not understand him at all. What's the great example for that? Duryodhana. Huh? What he was thinking when he saw the Lord? God showed him also partial Vishwarupa. By seeing that, what he thought? He's a funny guy. Don't know who is his father, whether Vasudeva or Nanda. Does not know which dynasty he belongs. He went up to that. Huh? He's just what they call magician. Huh? Nothing else. And who is Lord for him? Somebody. Lord's son got married with Duryodhana's daughter, Lakshmana. And still that fellow was not able to understand. Maya Javanika Achannam, as Mother Kunti says. He creates the curtain of Yoga Maya so that can't understand. Once Rana, husband of Meera Devi, Mirabai, he asked her, "Can you show me that real Krishna?" Mirabai had a Giridhar Gopal with her. She said, "Here it is. This is Krishna." No. I wanted to see that real Krishna in Dwapar Yuga. She gave a smile and she said, "Ranaji, even Duryodhana was not able to see the real Krishna when he was standing in front of you. Then what to speak of you? Here is real Krishna. He is standing here. If you don't have vision, what I can do for that?" Huh? Shishupal. Kansa was knowing that this is Krishna. These are Vedic injunctions. One must take shelter of a self-realized spiritual master, not a materially educated scholar or a politician. One must take shelter of a Nishkinchana, a person engaged in devotional service and free from material contamination. That is the way to return home back to Godhead. Ityoktvār-pratam putram Hiraṇyakaśipu rusha adhikritanta svata sangam nirasyat mahitale. What he did then? He threw Prahalad from his lap on the earth. That was the great agitation he had in his heart. Then he heard about the glories of devotional service and taking shelter of Lord's devotees. Forget about the Lord, Lord's devotees. He said, okay, he is glorifying Vishnu, my opponent or my enemy, but now he is instructing me that I should take shelter of his devotees. He is ridiculing me. So what he did? After Prahalad Maharaj had spoken in this way and become silent, Hiraṇyakaśipu, blinded by anger, threw him off his lap onto the ground. Aham maram rusha kasyai bhuta lochanaha Yathyatam ashvayam vavadhyo nirhasarayat niratataha. Indignant and angry, his reddish eyes like a molten copper, Hiraṇyakaśipu said to his servants, "O demons, take this boy away from here. He deserved to be killed. Kill him as soon as possible." This boy Prahalad is the killer of my brother. Now he is giving the identity of Prahalad Maharaj himself. Actually, who killed Hiraṇyakaśipu? And what he is saying here? Prahalad is killer. And here he says that devotee is not different from their lordship. For he has given up his family to engage in the devotional service of the enemy, Lord Vishnu, like a menial servant. So the menial servant of Krishna becomes as powerful as Krishna. And that's why we pray, Sakshat Haritvena Samasta Shastri Uktas Tata Bhavyatayeva Sadhi. All the scriptures they proclaim, the spiritual master is as good as God. Hiraṇyakaśipu considered his son Prahalad Maharaj to be the killer of his brother because Prahalad Maharaj was engaged in the devotional service of Lord Vishnu. In other words, Prahalad Maharaj would be elevated to the Sarupya liberation. And in that sense, he resembled Lord Vishnu. Therefore, Prahalad was to be killed by Hiraṇyakaśipu. Devotees, Vaishnavas, attain the liberation of Sarupya, Salokya, Sarshi and Samipya. Whereas the Mayavadis are supposed to attain the liberation known as Sayujya Mukti. However, is not very secure. Whereas Sarupya Mukti, Salokya Mukti, Sarshi Mukti and Samipya Mukti are most certain. Although the servants of Lord Vishnu, Narayana in the Vaikuntha planets are equally situated with the Lord, the devotees, they know very well that the Lord is the master, whereas they are servants. Although Prahalad is only 5 years old, even at the young age, he has given up his affectionate relationship with his father and mother. Therefore, he is certainly untrustworthy. Indeed, it is not at all believable that he will behave well toward Krishna. Although medicinal herb being born in the forest does not belong to same category as a man. If beneficial, it is kept very carefully. Similarly, if someone outside one's family is favorable, he should be given protection like a son. On the other hand, if a limb of one's body is poisoned by disease, it must be amputated so that the rest of the body may live happily. Similarly, even one's own son is unfavorable, must be rejected, although born of one's own body. Chanakya Pandit says, Tyajat Durjana Samsargam Bhaja Sadhu Samagam. Devotees actually serious about advancing in a spiritual life should give up the company of non-devotees and always keep company with the devotees. To be too attached to material existence is ignorance, because material existence is a temporary and miserable. Therefore, devotees who are determined to perform tapasya, penances, austerities, to realize the self, and who are determined to become advanced in spiritual consciousness must give up the company of atheistic non-devotees. Prahalad Maharaj maintained an attitude of a non-cooperation with the philosophy of his father, Hiraṇyakaśipu. Yet, he was tolerant and humble. Hiraṇyakaśipu, however, being non-devotee, was so polluted that he was even prepared to kill his own son. He justified by putting forward the logic of amputation. So it shows that these non-devotees, they are really erudite scholars. And they put forward so many things in such a way that people get bewildered by hearing them. Sometimes your faith gets shaken. And that's why it is said that one should keep association of devotees who are like-minded. What's that English saying? Birds with the same feather flock together. So if you want to progress in spiritual life, you should fly together with the devotees, check their association. And actually the whole episode of Prahalad Maharaj and appearance of Lord Narasimha, it shows that how Lord Narasimha is merciful to his own devotees. This incarnation specifically called as a Bhaktavatsal because he appeared only for one person, just to prove the words of Prahalad Maharaj. And that's it. So let's pray to their Lordship that the way he has given shelter to Prahalad Maharaj and saved him from the clutches of Maya, let's save us from that and give us a strength to fight against the Maya. Only by his strength or by his mercy, only it's possible for us to fight against this war, which is against the Maya. Shri Narasimhadev Bhagavan ki, Bhaktaraj Prahalad Maharaj ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. There are some prayers that Bhaktivinoda Thakur has offered to Narasimha. These are 5. I will just read the translation. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur has written 5 beautiful prayers in Sri Navadvipa Bhavataranga for receiving the mercy of Lord Narasimha. These prayers are certainly assurance to all sincere devotees that the worship of Lord Narasimha is purely in the line of aspiring love and devotion to Sri Sri Radha Krishna. Those prayers are as follows. Generally, people think, why do you worship Narasimha if you are worshippers of Radha Krishna? So here Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Navadvipa Bhavataranga, he says that why we do it? It gives assurance to all sincere devotees that the worship of Lord Narasimha is purely in the line of aspiring love and devotion to Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. Yai dushtadaya kama adirupuchaya putinati pratisthasha satya sararaya hridaya shodhanar krishnera vasana Narasimha charana mora yai to kamana. Within my sinful heart, the 6 enemies headed by the lust perpetually reside, as well as duplicity, the desire for fame, plus sheer cunning. At the lotus feet of Lord Narasimha, I hope that he will mercifully purify my heart and give me the desire to serve Lord Krishna. Kandiya Narasimha pade magi bhakta Nirapade Navadvipe Jugala Bhajana Bhai Bhaya Payayara Darshana Se Hari Prasanna Hoive Kabe More Doya Kari. Weeping, I will beg at the lotus feet of Lord Narasimha for the benediction of worshipping Radha and Krishna in Navadvipa. See how it is essential to take shelter of acharyas, because they reveal the things which will not understood by a common man. What a deep meaning he has explained about Lord Narasimha's worship for Gaudiyas, because Gaudiyas are in the Madhurya rasa. And if you look at the form of Narasimha, which rasa is that? Huh? Virya, Vipatsya, Krur. And we are worshipping him for what? He says that I will beg at the lotus feet of Lord Narasimha for benediction to worship the Radha Krishna in Navadvip. In which dham? Audarya dham. Perfectly safe and free from difficulties. When will this Lord Hari, whose terrible form strikes fear into fear itself, Ugropi Anugra Yevanam, ever become pleased and show me his mercy? Yadyapi Bhishana Murti Dushta Jiva Prati Prahaladi Krishna Bhakta Jane Bhadrati Kabeva Prasanna Hoye Sakripa Vachane Nirbhaya Kariveye Muda Akinchane. See the mood of pure devotee. Again, Bhaktivinoda Thakur also is saying Akinchana. Prahalad Maharaj has said Nishkinchana. Rishabdev had said Yatkinchana. Means unless and until you get rid of anything of this material world, it's not possible to attain the love of God. Nirbhaya karibe muda akinchane. When we will become nirbhaya? When we will become akinchana. Even though Lord Narasimha is terrifying toward the sinful soul, he offers great auspiciousness unto the devotee of Lord Krishna, headed by Prahalad Maharaj. When will he be pleased to speak words of compassion unto me, a worthless fool, and thereby make me fearless? Swachhande baiso hai vatsa Shri Gauranga dhame Jugala bhajana hau rati hau name Mama bhakta kripa bale Vigna jabe dura Shuddha chitte bhajo Radha Krishna rasa pura. He will say, dear child, sit swan freely. Sit down freely and live happily here in Sri Gauranga Dham. May you nicely worship the divine couple and may you develop loving attachment for their holy names. By the mercy of my devotees, all obstacles are cast far away. With a purified heart, just perform the worship of Radha and Krishna. For such a worship overflows with a sweet nectar. Yei boli kabe mora mastaka upara Sviyashi charana harshe dharive ishvara Amani jugala preme satvika vikare Dharaya lutivo ami Shri Narasimha dvare. Saying this, will that Lord lightly place his own divine lotus feet upon my head. I will experience sublime love for the divine couple Radha Krishna and undergo the ecstatic transformation called Satvika. Falling on the ground, I will roll about at door of Sri Narasimha temple. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Sri Navadvipa, Bhavataranga, verses 36 to 40. 150 years or maybe 80 years ago, before Lord Narasimha has appeared as a Sthanu Narasimha in Mayapur, Bhaktivinoda Thakur has wrote this perhaps, knowing that in future the ferocious bhayam abhibhayam, the fear of the fear will appear, and what he will give us? The benediction by which you can engage yourself in the loving service of Jugala Krishna. And that's in Gauranga Dham. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. Hare Krishna.